Welcome to Heart Home Community's most recent Baldwinsville Community Update. I'm your host, Shelley Hoffman.
Hey everybody, I am here with Chris. I am super excited to talk to Chris because Chris is with our Greater Baldwinsville Ambulance Corps. He's actually the new Director of Operations. How you doing, Chris?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing really well, thank you. And as you know, Jim used to talk to me when before he retired. So I'm kind of excited that you will continue this little show with me to learn what you guys are up to talk about the community. So how's it been going since Mr. Hogan has retired?
It's been going pretty well. Learning a lot of the little things that were second nature to him that he didn't realize he was doing, that I didn't realize he was doing, because I've been here for just about 9 years now and been working with Jim the whole time. So it's been fun. It's been a lot of growing and good time, really.
Yeah, isn't that funny though? When you have a position, Jim kind of started to go through, you don't realize the little day-to-day things,
Mm-hmm.
They really do add up. And then when you're gone, people realize, wow, that was another thing that somebody, had done for us. Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah. So I want to start with, if you don't mind, I want to start with COVID, just because I have kids in school and obviously in real estate, different things. You think that we're in the clear and you just start hearing more cases. Obviously, you guys are frontline. What's COVID really like in our area right now?
So we've been seeing more and more lately. For a while, it did die down where we would go days or even a couple weeks without seeing a COVID positive patient. But we've been seeing more the last couple weeks, probably one or two a day. We might get a day or two where we don't have one. And been hearing about more positive cases in the schools, not just Baldwinsville, but the neighboring districts as well. I think we're doing an okay job with not spreading it, but at the same time, I think it's still unfortunately on the uptick right now.
That's a shame. And just to remind people, because you're obviously located in the village, and we say Greater Baldwinsville, but you really just don't serve like the village of Baldwinsville. If you get a phone call, where all do you guys go?
So we cover the village of Baldwinsville, pretty much all of the town of Lysander. The easiest way to describe it is the fire district. So Belgium, Cold Springs, Radisson, all of that area down into Seneca River, the village, just outside the village, parts of the town of Van Buren, into Warner's, down into the town of Geddes and Lakeland. We cover all the way down to the fairgrounds.
Wow.
The hotel where Daniela's Steakhouse is on State Fair Boulevard. We go right to there.
It's funny because I knew you had a large area, but just and part of it was Van Buren, Lysander, obviously. But saying the steakhouse is huge in Lakeland, I didn't realize you guys went all the way down to there.
Yeah, during the week, Monday through Friday, we keep an ambulance down at the Lakeside Firehouse, usually between like 9 and 5, 9 and 6. And they'll cover calls in the lower half of our district so that they're closer to, those people down there that call 911.
Yeah, so they can get there faster. And along that topic, Chris, right before we went on air, you were talking about like delays. So obviously, if you're leaving from the village of Baldwinsville and you're getting down to Lakeland, that's going to take a little while. So you have the ambulance there. Mm-hmm. But you had mentioned there's some delays just because of situations right now anyway that people might be seeing, correct?
Yep. So like everyone's probably seen a little bit in the news with the vaccine mandates, it's caused a staffing shortages in the hospitals. And in turn, that's causing increased wait times for our ambulance crews. So normally, we take a patient to one of the local hospitals and we might be there 10, 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes getting the patient turned over to the hospital staff. Now it's unfortunately not uncommon that we're there for 1, 2, 3 hours waiting for a bed. And that also has put a strain on not just us, but even the EMS community as a whole. So we're seeing a lot more mutual aid calls. So we're going to neighboring territories, which takes us longer to get to those calls. Or, we're having crews from NAVAC, which is in North Syracuse, coming to Baldwinsville or, even further.
Just because you guys are, no, it would make sense. And obviously if you're going to a neighboring community to help them, which is, what we're all here for. But if we need something here in the greater Baldwinsville area, then somebody else has to cover.
Yep. And we're more than happy to help out our neighbors. It's just unfortunate for the people that need us, because it's going to take us that much longer to get there, or for, our citizens here, for an ambulance to get here when we're out stuck at a hospital.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe how the end of our topics are literally gearing me up for the next one that I want to talk about. And that's the fact that you guys are an amazing group to begin with, organization. So not that you need the pat on the back or the proof of that, but you were given an award for the organization, correct? And Jim Hogan was. Can you tell us a little bit about that? I did see it on social media, I'm not going to lie, but I was looking forward to hearing more about it.
Yeah, so GBAC as a whole was just awarded the Central New York EMS Agency of the Year Award, which is an annual award that's given out by the Central New York EMS region, and they're the group that oversees our area. And along with that, Jim Hogan, he also received the EMS Leadership Award for last year. And those awards are given out and chosen by our regional EMS council. It's a group of EMS professionals that have been elected to a council, and there's an application process, nominations, and then the council votes on it.
I was going to ask you if there was criteria or things that you had to meet in order for that award to be given.
Yep. So somebody has to write a nomination with why they feel the agency or person is fit for that award. And then the council reviews all the applications and votes on them. And that's how it goes.
Nice. Yeah. Well deserved. So is there anything for the community that, that would help you? Obviously, you have your annual drive. Most people don't realize that most of your funding, it comes from the public, right? Or has that changed? Oh, I think Chris froze on me. Either that or he completely quit blinking for a couple minutes. But I know that I received my donation drive letter in the mail. And when I talked to Jim last year, he would talk about the fact that they would need that money in order to, buy what they need to support the community. Obviously, they do a great job if they've just gotten the awards. Jim was amazing. Those of you that know Jim in our community, he lived in the Baldwinsville area. He supported Baldwinsville. Let me see. Chris is moving again. I took you off screen for a second. You were frozen on me.
Yeah, I lost you.
The only thing I was talking about, Chris, was the drive. Like, we get the letters from the ambulance corps asking for donations. Do you get money from somewhere else, or is it mainly just the money that comes from that?
So our two main sources of funding are our fund drive, and then also from billing when we take people to the hospital. We bill the patient or bill their insurance, and that's how we survive.
If I remember correctly, Jim said not everybody has insurance, correct? So you don't always get paid for the ride to the hospital.
That is correct. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you could use from the community? I know back when COVID first started, we were making donations for the protective equipment. I'm assuming you guys are okay, but is there anything that we can do to help you? Because obviously, we want to be here to support your organization.
No, I think right now, we're very appreciative of everything that everybody's doing and has done. And I just want people to know that, with those hospital delays, is just to keep those in mind. It's not anything that we're doing. It's not a direct result of any issues we're having, that it, might take us a few minutes longer to get to you. But we are here, and we plan to be here.
Well, and I think it's important to get out, because I know, unfortunately, I've needed your services a couple times when my dad was living with me, and you were there so quick. Between the police who came just because of situations and you guys. So it's not that anything's really changed as far as how you can serve us. It's just situations have changed. And Jim had mentioned that before, the hospital was short beds. Now they're short staff. It really does impact. the last question I have for you, and I apologize, I probably should know this answer, but I don't. Is it mandated for you guys to have the vaccine as well, or is it just the hospital staff?
It's not mandated. It's not mandated for us yet. There are talks of it being mandated. Currently, right now, though, we're pretty close to, if not at 100% vaccinated here. So for us, I don't think it'll really be an issue. For EMS as a whole, I think it would probably have the same impact that it's having on the hospitals. But
yeah. And obviously everybody has different views and we're not going to get into that, but just the impact that maybe some people don't realize that it has on everything. So, well, Chris, I really enjoyed the fact that you came on to talk with me today. Is there anything else that you want to throw out to the public that maybe someone in your department said, hey, make sure you mention this, or that we should know?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, perfect. So this was the first of, I hope, many interviews that you will do with me, and keep me posted. And obviously, we're excited to have you. And, I know that Jim did a great job, but when he left, I don't know if he said it on the show or if he said it afterwards, but he basically said, you won't even hardly know I'm gone because, the ambulance corps as a whole works together so much as a team that one person leaving doesn't make too much of an impact because you just all work together anyway. So obviously that's true. So, all right. Well, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and I will talk with you soon.
Thanks.